Special time of year. We just finished our fall program a couple weeks ago. Now we're in our off-season program. And, we really, last couple weeks, been tying up our class, and it's a fun time of year to get families and prospective student athletes here on campus to show them everything that we have at NDSU. And it's almost, it's almost bragging of how much nice stuff we have on the academic side and the athletic side. And it's fun to do that. And special thanks, Jeff Ditch, our new assistant coach this summer, David Pearson, longtime assistant, got a head coaching job, and Jeff came in, and it's been a great transition, not only with our players, but our staff and everybody in the department. Been a great transition. And then the promotion of Tyler Oakes to recruiting coordinator. Hit the ground running, put together just a tremendous class, and he's been involved in our recruiting the last 3 years, but to take that over and do what he did was certainly pretty special, and want to thank Tyler. So with that, what has changed with NDSU baseball the last couple of years, and I started thinking about there's some really neat things that have gone on in the last couple of years. The addition of the bubble has made a huge difference in our recruiting efforts because it's 120 yards by 80 yards. It gives us plenty of space to play baseball the way it's supposed to be played during the winter months. Fully funded for the first time. And add that cost of attendance, thanks to President Bershani and then Matt Larson and his staff. It's sent a huge message, not only in the Midwest, but throughout the country, that all of our sports are going to be on cost of attendance. And we've received a lot of information back from parents, how I guess pleasantly surprised they are that we're treating women's golf and football and baseball and softball, volleyball, all of our different sports the same. And thank you to the administrators for doing that. And then if you walk around this building, we're in this building a lot as a baseball program. It's our second locker room, weight room, training room, offices, academic center. It is a tremendous building, and just bringing people here, you can see we're starting to get in some conversations that were tougher 3, 4, 5 years ago. And with that, we put together a class of 8, and we're going to be adding to that at the appropriate time here. But the 8 that we're announcing today, Tom Ginther out of Wisconsin, right-handed pitcher. He's athletic, has a mid to upper 80s fastball and a plus curveball. Tyler Hillman, infielder out of Iowa. He's a true middle infielder, and probably what I would say is a polished fielder and a polished hitter, especially for his age. Hunter Kep, right-handed pitcher / infielder. He's big, physical, two-way player. He has plus power in his bat. He has great arm strength across the diamond and especially on the mound. Sean Noel, catcher at a Des Moines area community college, originally from Minnesota. He's big, physical, arm strength, and his bat has really developed here in the last year. Gabe Pilla, right-handed pitcher at a Minnesota, upper 80s fastball, outstanding breaking pitch, and his velocity has really jumped here in the last 6 months or so, and really exciting to see where he's at. Christian Rawlings, left-handed pitcher out of Plano, Texas, but he's at IMG Academy, which is in their postgraduate program. Mid to upper 80s fastball, strike thrower, polished, and did I mention he's left-handed? That's a big thing in baseball. Zack Smith, right-handed pitcher, utility player at a Rochester, Minnesota, competitive two-way guy, plus breaking ball. And I tell you, his bat has really come along, and that's kind of why we threw the bat into the mix, and because it's really starting to come along. And then the last one, Zach Solano, outfielder out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Strong tradition there at Post 22. The hard hats, they actually wear the skull caps during the games, including the pitcher. I've never seen that in all of my coaching days except for that team. Tons of great tradition out of there, tons of great players to go on to college and professional level. And if you look at the stats for Zach, he has a plus bat, plus arm, plus speed. He's putting up some tremendous numbers and one of the top players in South Dakota. Again, we'll be adding to this list at the appropriate times. With this, is there any questions?
Coach, pitching, name of the game pretty much at any different level. How do you balance recruiting position players versus pitchers?
Well, to be honest with you, every year we look for pitching. There never goes a recruiting class we don't sign pitching. And this year we have a little bit more turnover with 9 seniors. 6 of them are pitchers. So we felt like we needed to get a good crop of young men, and it just happened to be in this general area. There's a lot of pitching, and we went after guys, and a couple of them are two-way players, which helps in our overall depth.
Tyler rated well at the perfect game. Is that a thing that you look into when you're heavily look into when you're going through this?
Yeah, it's one of the services we use because they have a lot of showcases throughout the summer. You know, it's one of those things where if you can go into a showcase and watch 100 to 150 kids in an 8-hour span, and then go back out and watch them play in their summer teams, that's the fastest way to get to know kids. And PBR is another place where we saw a lot of these guys, and then we go back and rewatch them in their games to find them in game situations.
Tyler's one of the highly rated guys that you guys have been able to get here.
Yeah, he's up there. Zack Solano is as well. As there's a number of guys that, if you look at the PBR rankings, perfect game rankings, they're well up there. And I honestly attribute a lot of it to the things I opened with is this building, the bubble, fully funded, cost of attendance. The things that we have here at NDSU are pretty special, and I'm glad to be a part of it.